was actually experiencing
So
some of that.
you were in California and woke up to this earthquake, your first ever.
Yeah, I was packing up. I was in Indio, and I was at a RV resort, and I was sitting in the RV, and then it started to kind of move back and forth, and I was like, wait a second, what's going on here? I mean, sometimes RVs are a little shaky if you move them anyway, and I was like, this is an earthquake, and the alert popped up on my phone, and it says earthquake. So Indio is a couple hours away from San Diego, so it wasn't like violent shaking, but it was pretty wild stuff.
Gets your
and your
attention,
first
doesn't
one,
it?
right?
Yeah,
To
I've never had
experience
that experience, even living in Northern California, which they get a lot of earthquakes. This was my first. And did you know that we've had some major earthquakes right here in Arizona? Most of them kind of hang out in the northern part. This is kind of where we tend to see them, and this is looking at earthquakes over the state in the past 200 plus years. So you can get some up by Oak Creek Canyon, up by Flagstaff, but we've also had some pretty strong ones in southern Arizona. I want to talk to you about some of the ones we've seen. These are historic quakes that we've seen. 1912, magnitude 6.2 in the Flagstaff area, magnitude 5 in Prescott, Holbrook. This is a somewhat recent one, 2005, magnitude 5.2. And maybe you remember this one, 2015, Black Canyon City, a magnitude 4.0 quake. But there was a very, very big quake. Let me pull up my next slide here. This was in 1887. A 7.6 magnitude quake. This was about 2 hours south of Douglas. This was over in Mexico. 51 people died. There was heavy damage in southern Arizona, including Bisbee, Douglas, a lot of those southeastern towns, and it was felt throughout much of the southwest. So not a big forecast to see that ever again. Of course, California leads the way as far as earthquakes go, but we can definitely see quakes here, and as you can see in this one from 1887, they can be big.
And you never forget it when you've been through one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
I was not far from the Northridge quake, and that was in '94. I mean, that did major damage to my family home that I grew up in. And
I bet it did.
We were out of the house. I was in college at that time, but my parents, I was home at that time when that night would happen. My parents had to move out of the house for over 2 months for construction, and it was crazy.
They had freeway collapses. I mean, that was one of the more famous ones.
Terrible.
Scary, scary stuff.
All right. Ian, thank you.
Thank you.